Hello and welcome to another video. So this is about career goals and setting goals in terms of what you do each day, weekly goals, monthly goals, 6 months goals, 12 months, whatever how you want to plan goals. But it is important that you set them up because I've been there where I've taken work on because of money, because of it was full time and it was a regular income. But I still was very, very career driven in where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do. And in 2002 I decided that I really wanted to work, or 2001 actually, was when I decided that I really was ready to work at a holiday camp. And so I set myself a goal that I would try and get that job, working in a holiday camp, within 2 years. So that's how you set a goal. Setting goals are beneficial because it gives you a purpose of taking the job on. It helps you plan each day, week, month, again 6 months, a year, quarterly, whatever you want to do it. It's important that you set those goals and targets. And now, working in a call centre, which I've talked about a lot, you often had to do what's known as service level. So basically, how long it took you to take that call, how you controlled that call, the feedback from that call. And that goes the same with any type of work. You should always set yourself career goals. So say that you wanted to have your own pub one day. First of all, you need to have the experience. So I knew when I left school that I wanted to work at a football club. And again, I set myself a challenge by writing to every club in London via the ad pages to find the job in a football club, and I did. I became a steward, and then I got talking with the groundsman because if you tifted the pitch, you got an extra tenner, and so and then I got talking to the groundsman who said, then why don't you do 2 weeks work experience? And I did, and I absolutely loved it. So when it comes to your career, you're never too young to set goals. If you're a kid that's watching this, just set yourself goals, and if you're a parent, help your kids to set goals. They even set goals in schools because they will measure how each child is doing and what needs to happen next. It may not be what you agree on. So if, for example, Henry may be going to a different school next year. It's not fully confirmed, but it looks like he will be. But I've set goals for him, and one is to get him reading again, because he used to love reading and listening to books, and writing, because they are the two skills that you need in your life. Whether it's writing out, just signing your signature, for example. If they, like me, if you work in a call centre, you often have to write notes. So if you do that type of work, always make sure that you've got a stationery on you. And I often would bring in my own stationery. I'll bring in my own pens to make sure that if I helped a customer, I could take notes. And that really helped me because then I could refer to those notes. And it's whatever tools you can find that will make you want to get up and go to work the next day. So I set myself now a daily task. My daily task today was to continue on walking. Now I was going to walk around Battersea Park, but because I did quite a long stretch of working yesterday, I said today I would do small walks and do a big walk again in the weekend or by the end of the week. You don't always have to write them down, but I find that this is helpful. And every year, I will set myself goals. Now, I segregated them this year into home, play, work. So home is, for example, making sure I keep my room tidy, have a declutter, go through what I don't need anymore, what I do need, And so it's anything that includes in-house, like planning. Your goal could be, if you do if you watch YouTube, there's lots of content creators who do a lot of cleaning videos, and I do find them motivating because I'm not really a lover of cleaning, but it has to be done. Like today, I set myself a goal that I would today tidy my desk. Then I've got to put the bed back so I can do it on my own and give the room a hoover. And that is home. Now, play. Or it's home, work, play. Not the other hand, but it's home, work, play. So work is to finish off a blog post that I've started, and my aim is to, because I've done quite a lot of blogs scheduled, if you'd like to check them out, on I have a WordPress site, and they're under the name Carrie Challoner. And so my most successful blog at the moment is Everyone Can Build a Castle, and I even set myself targets with those as well. It's anything that you know is achievable and can lead you to the next step towards the bigger goal. And for me, I want to eventually expand, make more money doing what I do, but also do outside work again. I really want to get into helping people with personal development, for example, as well as, my goal is to write more books, and to, achieve success in having a bestseller, because I sell them on Amazon at the minute, Amazon.com, under the name Carrie Holmes, Carrie Challoner, Carrie Holmes. They're the three main names that I use now. So if you want to check them out, you can on Amazon. And I just really finished my book, Mum and Me, and that was a goal that I set, that by the end of last month, I would have that book finished and published, and I have. I set myself towards the end of May. Now, it took a little bit longer because certain situations, but I still got it down. It's now published, and now I'm writing book 2. But I'm also writing some other books. But when it comes to career, and wanting to do something in life, set yourself a goal. Now, at one point, when I came out of work and I got made redundant, I thought I apply for a job a day. So each day I would go on Indeed, the job centre, find your job, I think it's called now, where I would sit down and look for vacancies or go through the vacancies, just seeing how my experience matches that type of work. But then I fell pregnant, and so in the end I didn't find any work, but I still got maternity leave. And so my goal then was to just concentrate on having my son, getting to know my son, getting used to parenthood. And that's the same thing. It's setting your goals. So so for example, I set myself a goal that I would, sleep when he sleeps, get to know his routine, and establish a good routine. That is again a goal. So it can be anything. So that is, but with my work, it's basically. Today was to. Film a day in the life again, which I'm doing. Keep editing one of my books called When Mothers Aren't Real, and I've talked about that. It's basically based on a young girl who was abused as a child, and then her mum wants to make amends with the main character, but she's not sure. And it's sort of going to become like a thriller as such. But again, I've been editing that book today, and that was one of my goals, was to edit more of that book. And then I'm going to also set today to talk about the England game yesterday. So, and there's things like that. So that's work. And play is to spend some more family time. Make time to watch a bit of TV, watch a bit of YouTube. Writing my journals, that to me is play. So it's anything that is sort of not sitting at the computer all day long. And that's where my walking comes in. I find because I did still do some walking today, not as much as I did yesterday, but again I still set myself goals that my aim is to get back to doing 10,000 steps a day, and I'm doing it slowly. I'm going out walking twice a day, and at the minute that seems to be working a treat. And so keeping it up has made a huge difference. And that's what I mean about career goals. It could be anything that's going to help you to expand your experience, your knowledge. You've got to love what you do. I know a lot of people don't settle for that. They just go on, well, this is my job, it makes me money. So, but for me, I like to get more out of the work I do. And so I really now want to hopefully do some free courses that my social worker is going to refer me to, and to do some more work outside where I want to help people with, careers, advice, getting back into work if they, suffer from anxiety, for example, and I would really like to focus on, mums, new mums, sports, and also give careers advice. And that's the three main areas that I want to deal with in terms of personal development. The other thing is, I really would like my book to, one day be in a TV show. Now, is that being realistic? No. Because, with more writing, the more that I want to share my writing, and that's something that I really am ambitious about. Whether it happens or not, is still set those goals. And you don't have to be smart about it. There's a terminology called SMART, and it's specific, measure, aim, relative, and time. So now they used to say that is the practice when it comes to setting goals, but it's not as such. It's whatever you want it to be, but then it's set your goals each day. So if you say, for example, again, that you want to work at a bar, the first thing you need to do is get the experience. So look for pub work, and also go on location. Can I get there in terms of, doing my shifts? If you're, for example, doing a shift where you have to work from 6 a.m. to 12, you need to make sure that you can actually get to that job, to start at 6 to finish at 12. So, you do have to think about the hours. Is it going to give me the experience I need? And ask them. Say, well, if you get to an interview, say to them, so, when I do take the job, what other opportunities will there be for me? And you can ask that. But that's where setting goals for yourself. That's it. Right, today I'm going to apply. We're going to look on Indeed and find as many job pubs to find as many jobs under the pub industry that I can find, and see if there's one that matches my skills. Or sometimes they say no training required, and they will teach you on the job, and that's what a lot of employers do now. If they ask for a CV, I've talked about that in other videos, so go and check them out, where you need to find the work that you're looking for and then adapt your CV to that work. Now, if you've been in customer service but you've never done the pub industry, working customer service is still beneficial. You've still got that training that can help you when working in the pub, but you're more face to face. And a good barman for me is someone who knows the regulars that go in there. They can go in there after a hard day's work, have a drink with their friends, have a chat with the barman, and then go home. Pub is a public house, and it's for anybody to use. And so if you want to work in the pub industry, you have to get to know that industry first before you can think about running your own. So the goal there is to find a job in a pub, apply, get the experience, and then start thinking about how you're going to go about. And then it's is there a vacancy for you to go up and be head barman? You never know. So, but you need to get your foot in the door first, and you need to set yourself goals each step it takes for you to then get to the point where you can then run your own pub. So, always that's what career goals are: is setting yourself up for more out of your work, and also to gain experience and to build a career, whichever industry you want to work in. And never stop setting goals. Set a goal a day, set some goals for the week, set some goals for the month, or even do it quarterly, or or give yourself 6 months or 2 years. Depends what you want to, how you want to, go through it. But you can also create goals going on those lengths of time. So, like I say, when I went up for work in the holiday camp, I gave myself 2 years. So, set yourself goals. It doesn't have to be a fancy notepad. Just a journal. I have several journals that I write in. So I've got my happy journal, my gratitude journal, which is this one. That's my gratitude journal. This and this one is my everyday journal. So this is where I talk about all the thoughts, fears that I have, and to just get how I'm feeling out of my head in these. And then I also have a new happy journal, which is this one, because I used up the one I have where I stuck pictures in and to keep hold of them. And again, this is for the happy times, and I like to stick photos in. Same with my gratitude journal as well. So get yourself a notepad and either create a notebook called My Goals, and then just use it to make goals for yourself when it comes to your career. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, then leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.